Have you felt like you're doing everything right? Working harder, overthinking every angle, maintaining a perfect mindset, yet somehow your goal keeps slipping further away. When you hit that wall, the problem usually isn't a lack of effort. The root cause is force. We are going to look at exactly what happens when you stop pushing and finally allow the current to do the work. This process involves two practical steps: a physical ease test to check your internal alignment, and a 10-second communication checklist to stop you from acting out of anxiety. We find flow by identifying where we're fighting internal static and realigning our actions with a regulated, steady state. Step 1 is identifying the difference between productive effort and destructive friction. This diagram shows your nervous system at work. When you force an outcome, the brain interprets that urgency as a threat. This leads to decision fatigue and shuts down your access to creative solutions. In Eastern philosophy, this aligns with the concept of Wu Wei. It suggests that action is most effective when it moves with the natural current of a situation, rather than fighting against an impassable wall. Manifestation follows the same rule. We draw desires toward us through vibrational alignment, rather than sheer physical pushing. This shows the distinction clearly. Effort is like smoothly paddling a canoe down a river. Friction is pulling that boat across a frozen, cracked lake. Flow is never the complete absence of effort. It is simply effort stripped of internal friction. Step 2 brings this concept into the highly activating arena of dating and relationships. Think about the habits we mistake for proactive communication, like constantly checking for a reply, matching a partner's energy exactly, or clarifying details early on. To avoid uncertainty, it is easy to slide into micromanaging the connection. While genuine care allows for space, these checking behaviors are usually driven by an inability to tolerate uncertainty. This produces anxious control, the attempt to manufacture a feeling of security before a relationship has actually proven it is steady. Demanding a situation feels safe prematurely generates the exact energetic friction that pushes a connection away. Step 3. Select one real-life situation where you feel tempted to push for a result. Keep that situation in mind. Now, take a slow breath in with me. And exhale, anchoring yourself in this moment. Ask yourself the first question. When you imagine taking action on this issue, does your body tighten with pressure, or does it respond with the natural release of flow? Next, the second question. Is my urge to act coming from a need to escape anxiety, or is it coming from a place of steadiness? If you take an action primarily to calm your nervous system, you are forcing the outcome, and you will hit friction. Step 4 is the 10-second pause, a mandatory break before sending any emotionally charged text message. During those 10 seconds, ask yourself if the message you are typing is true self-expression or just an attempt to manage the other person's outcome. Then, ask yourself if you will remain emotionally regulated if you do not get the exact response you want immediately. If the answer to that second question is no, the next step is to wait. Do not send the message. Inserting this pause disrupts reactive habits, allowing you to settle into calm, magnetic communication. You've done the work to identify these patterns in real time. Remember, while effort is a necessary part of growth, friction is a signal to stop and recalibrate. You now have the body-based ease test to check your physical alignment and the 10-second communication checklist to protect your energy. Aligned action may require you to sit with the discomfort of uncertainty, but it will not require you to abandon your inner ease. I challenge you to test out the 10-second pause today. Let me know in the comments where you are noticing friction in your own life. Subscribe to the channel for more practical tools, and listen to the full podcast episode 90 for a deeper guided session. You don't have to chase what's meant for you. Trusting the natural flow of life yields far better results than forcing it.